Jack Black is Poe, and he won't stop trying out a line until he's got it perfectly. And the way that his process works is really fascinating to me, because not every actor does this, and you know, they don't have to, of course. But Jack, he's such a perfectionist that he'll be like, okay, let's take a look at the scene, at all the pages, we'll read it through together, and then we'll just do a bad take of every single line. And then he goes back to the first page and he's just like, let's do every single line 20 times. And it's not just like a thoughtless, like, let's just do 20 different variations. He's always thinking like, okay, what is the context of this? Which means like, where is Poe in this scene? Like physically, where is he? And then also he's thinking about the subtext, which is, what is Poe thinking and feeling? I don't know if you've seen many Viola Davis movies, but like, she definitely has this magnetism, charisma, and power to her that she brings to the chameleon. And that's actually where we bring a lot of fun into her character as well, because all that power, all that dynamism is in her voice. And then when we pull out the camera, we see that she's like a little over 2 feet tall. And we're like, wow, that's a really interesting contrast right there, because she sounds so powerful, and yet she's this tiny, lizard creature. But she, there's the comedy of that contrast, but then that's also her sort of tragic backstory as well, is that she has this sort of Napoleon complex basically motivated her to learn sorcery in order to steal master villain's kung fu, so that she could become the most powerful being in this world, and then no one would ever look down on her again or treat her like she was invisible. Mike Mitchell is really incredible. He can walk into any room and just like get the party started. You know, like everyone's just like, Mike is here, and I just think he's a really lovely person, and he has incredible ideas. He knows how to give really detailed notes in every single facet of the filmmaking process. So watching him work with the actors, watching him work with the animators, the lighters, he knows, he gets his hand dirty in like all aspects. And he's really the one who brought me on to Kung Fu Panda 4, so I'm forever grateful to him. For me, the scale of everything in this movie, most especially the set pieces or the locations of like every single place that Poe and Zhen go to, it's much more massive than anything Poe has ever seen before, and that sort of scale is what instigates a sort of change in Poe to realize that perhaps he was just a big fish in a small pond before. And now that he's gone to this new world where everything is so massive, so big, he can see that there's all sorts of different people out there in the world, which touches on a sort of sub-theme that we have, that the world is not black and white, that the world is not made up of just heroes and villains. And so for Poe, that leads him on a path to wisdom. He's not seeing the world in black and white anymore. He's seeing that there are shades of gray, which is exactly what Zhen, as a gray Corsac fox, is supposed to reflect.